Brought to you by Express Care Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
Hi, and welcome back, everybody. If you are just joining us, we are talking about testosterone and erectile dysfunction here on Healthy Living Tuesday. Now, we do have some viewer questions for Dr. Jitka Lom from Express Care. Doc, you ready? Because this is I know there's a lot of guys out there, whether they're admitting it in front of their friends or their partners, they are taking notes right now and listening intently. So question number one comes to us from right next door. This comes from Deddio from Nick, and he says, Dr. Lom, what are some natural remedies for low testosterone?
Okay, so exercise would be number one because circulation is going to improve, you're going to lose weight. And one other thing that we didn't mention earlier is that when you have extra weight, you have extra estrogen because estrogen is stored in your fat. So you'll end up with an imbalance of too much female stuff, not enough male stuff. So exercising and weight loss, actually having more intercourse creates a feedback mechanism where you will create more testosterone. And then we can use supplements, saw palmetto and chrysin. These are supplements that you can buy over the counter that might help a little bit.
Okay, so good to know. Question number two, Dr. Lom, can being overweight impact my testosterone levels? And this comes to us from Stan from Tamuning.
Yes, we just sort of touched on it. So when you're overweight, again, you'll have extra estrogen that's sort of counteracting your testosterone. Plus, you've got a tummy that's sort of sitting on top of your private parts and warming them, so you'll be creating less testosterone. So yeah, definitely being overweight. And then the reasons for being overweight, eating the wrong foods, drinking too much alcohol, both of those things will again affect your testosterone levels.
Okay, so our third question, we kind of touched on it in our previous segment. Daniel from Jonia asks, are depression and weight gain causes of low testosterone as well? You already confirmed that they are, but maybe qualify this a little bit and explain exactly why they are.
Well, it's kind of a vicious cycle. So if you're getting older, your testosterone is dropping, that will cause some weight gain, some loss of stamina, some depression in men. Then that sort of feeds back into weight gain and less activity, and then again a lowered testosterone. So you kind of go around and around in a bad pattern, and something needs to interrupt it, and the best thing to interrupt it is exercise. However, we can supplement testosterone. It's so easy to do. A shot once every 3 to 4 weeks, or a gel that you put on every day. Very, very easy. It's easy to check the blood level and improve the testosterone level. And men come in, and if some guy is coming in every month for a shot, you know it's working.
How dangerous is it to have an excess of testosterone, a surplus?
Well, that is dangerous, and that's where we get into the steroid abuse and stuff like that. Because testosterone, testosterone is a steroid. Anyway, so overdoing it in anything is not a good idea. Right. But there's a blood level that we check. There's a range. As long as you're within the range, it's okay.
All right. Most topics that the good doctor deals or explains to us, moderation is key.
Yes.
All right. Our next question comes to us from Sinahanya, and Chris asks, Dr. Lom, what do you recommend for someone with ED?
Okay, well, first try not to freak out over it. That's important.
Which is the hardest part.
That is the hardest part. But just understand it's probably going to pass, you're going to be okay, things are going to get better. And there's a lot available. So first, once you've done all the natural things and exercising and trying to lose weight, maybe supplementing your testosterone, then there are the tablets. You can use Viagra and Cialis. They work really well. They don't change your libido, they just improve the function. And then there are even injections that men can sometimes use to put right into the penis to help it stay firm longer. There's even implants. So there's a lot available that can help, and you would see a urologist for some of those more specialized things.
I don't know about the giving the shot one.
The shot is, actually the shot is not very painful, but is incredibly expensive. That's what holds people back. They'd be using a lot more of the shot if it was more affordable.
Okay, interesting information there. Vince from Mingilao talks about libido again. Dr. Lom says, how can I tell if I just have a low libido or if I have something more serious? This is again the environmental factor, what's going on in your life versus something physiological.
Yeah. So if you are having morning erections, then you know that things are really working just fine down there. You're not thinking when you're waking up in the morning. That's just physiology, again, just happening. As far as the sex drive or the libido, that one depends on so many other things of your life circumstances and who you're with and your job and your finances and a lot of other things. And don't forget alcohol and drugs. That will definitely impair it.
All right, do not do drugs, ladies and gentlemen. The doctor said it herself. Okay, you touched on Viagra previously. Larry from Dedido asks, is Viagra safe?
It is safe. You know, millions of men use it, and here's the risk with Viagra. What does it do? First of all, it doesn't make you have a higher sex drive. What it does is it just allows more blood to flow to the area, so it will make it more firm and last longer. That is what it does. Now, you take the tablet about at least an hour before intercourse, and it will last for about 24 hours. And the dangers of it, really nothing for healthy men. If you can walk a couple of flights of stairs, you'll be just fine. If you cannot do that, then maybe your heart is not in the best shape, and that's where Viagra will maybe cause you some problems, because there'll be circulation going away from the heart, and rarely people can either faint or have a heart problem. That's not common. Most of the time, again, if you can climb a couple of flights of stairs or walk, you know, half mile to a mile, the Viagra is fine for you.
All right, real quickly, let's do the last one. Steve from Chalapago asks, are there any food I can eat that can increase my testosterone? That's an interesting one.
That is a good one. I'd say, again, stay away from alcohol, but as far as foods, oysters tend to improve it a little bit. Oatmeal, nuts, that will improve your testosterone a little bit, but really not to the point where you're going to be successful in achieving a higher blood level. You're going to really need to supplement with shots or the gel. The shots are super cheap and not painful. You know, it takes about a few seconds to put it in, and that's it, you're on your way. The gel is easy to use, but it's quite expensive if you don't have health insurance, but it's another option.
All right, well, doctor, thank you so much for the information.
You're
Certainly
welcome.
There's a lot of men out there, myself included, very grateful for your information.
I'm thankful too.
All right, well, stay tuned, because we will be back more Healthy Living Tuesday when we return.